Welcome to the deep dive. We're diving into the art of making offers so good they practically sell themselves.
You got it. We're exploring Alex Hormozi's book, $100 Labor Offers.
Okay.
The guy built multi-million-dollar businesses, and he lays out his entire framework for creating those can't-miss offers.
You know, when I first heard about a book on crafting offers, I thought, come on, isn't that sales 101?
Right.
But this goes way deeper than typical sales tactics.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, figured out how to tap into what really makes people say yes.
For sure. And his background is fascinating, too. I mean, he didn't start as like some marketing guru, you know?
Right.
He built his success from scratch. Gyms first, then software and online businesses, all using these same principles.
Wow. So, okay, let's break it down. His framework boils down to 4 pillars of an irresistible offer.
Right.
What's the first one we should look at?
The irresistible guarantee.
Okay.
And this one is interesting because it really challenges the traditional idea of like minimizing risk for the business. Hormozi flips that on its head and says, eliminate the risk for the customer.
That's a different way to look at it. Most businesses I talk to are so scared of people taking advantage of guarantees.
Yeah.
But he seems to just go all in.
Yeah, he embraces it. And that bold approach really sets his offers apart. Imagine you're offering a fitness program and you're like, guaranteed results or your money back. That's powerful.
Oh, yeah, that definitely catch my attention. But isn't that super risky? Especially for someone just starting out.
Sure.
What if everyone asks for a refund?
It's a valid concern.
Hmm.
But Hormozi addresses that head on. He says if your product truly delivers, the refund rate will be tiny. And the trust you build by offering that guarantee outweighs the risk.
So it's like if you truly believe in your offer, the guarantee becomes less about like safety and more about showing your confidence.
Exactly. You shift the whole dynamic. It's abundance, not scarcity.
Got it. Okay, so that sets the stage. What's the next pillar to unpack?
Value-based pricing. And this is where things get really interesting. Hormozi says most businesses, they get stuck focusing on their costs when setting prices.
Makes sense.
But he says, no, understand the true value you're delivering.
How do you actually determine that value, though? It seems kind of subjective.
It can be.
Yeah.
But Hormozi gives us a framework. He says, think about the problem your offer solves and the benefits it provides, both tangible and intangible. Like, if your product saves someone 10 hours a week, how much is that time worth to them?
So instead of saying it cost me $50 to make, I'll sell it for $100, you're saying this could save them 10 hours, that's worth $500.
Exactly. It's value-based pricing, not cost plus. You can justify higher prices and attract those customers who are ready to invest in real transformation.
Powerful shift. Okay, we've got guarantees, value-based pricing. What's the third pillar for an irresistible offer?
It's all about those extra layers of delight, the bonus bonanza, going above and beyond the core offer and showering customers with bonuses that complement their experience.
I love bonuses, but what kind are we talking about here? Just any random freebie?
Nope. Hormozi is strategic. The bonuses should amplify the value of the main offer. Let's say you're selling an online course. Instead of just giving away, like, an ebook, what about a bonus module with templates, checklists, access to a private community?
So it's like make the offer so valuable that it feels like, man, if I don't take this, I'm missing out on all these extras.
You got it. It's that FOMO, fear of missing out, that drives those conversions.
Okay, speaking of FOMO, that brings us to our fourth and final pillar.
Scarcity and urgency.
This one feels like it taps into some deep psychology. Tell me more.
Well, we're naturally drawn to things that are scarce. Limited edition, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Hormozi uses this by adding time limits or quantity limits to his offers.
So instead of saying, hey, this is available anytime, it's this offer ends Friday at midnight or only 10 spots left.
Exactly. Creating that scarcity injects urgency into the decision.
People don't procrastinate when they might miss out.
You got it.
I'm already getting so many ideas. I love how these 4 pillars all work together, but I'm curious, how does he actually use these in the real world? Can you give us some examples?
Absolutely. Let's dive into those real-world strategies right after this.
Okay, so real-world examples. How does Hormozi put these 4 pillars into action?
One that's super interesting is his acquisition.com program.
Okay.
It's a high-ticket program for entrepreneurs who want to scale through, you guessed it, acquisitions.
Now, that's a high-stakes decision. Acquiring another business, that's not something you just jump into.
Right.
So how does he make that offer irresistible?
He nails the expensive problem.
Okay.
The problem.
Yeah.
The time, money, energy entrepreneurs waste trying to grow the slow, organic way.
Got it.
His offer becomes the solution to a problem. that's costing them big time.
So he's not just selling a program, he's selling a way to cut through all that and get massive growth faster.
Exactly. And that's where the value stack comes in. He
Mhm.
doesn't just offer like an acquisitions course, it's bundled. Personalized coaching, access to a network of investors and deal makers, even legal and financial resources.
Wow. So he's like anticipating every need and roadblock, making it a complete
You
solution.
got it. It's a package so comprehensive, it feels like a no-brainer, even at a five-figure price.
And I bet the irresistible guarantee comes in strong here. What kind of guarantee does he offer for something like that?
He does a variation of his money-back guarantee plus. If you don't acquire a business in a set time frame, he refunds you. Entity helps you find and acquire one for free.
Whoa, hold on. He's basically saying, I'm so confident in this, I'll personally make sure you succeed.
Exactly. Removes the risk completely for the customer.
And of course, there's got to be scarcity and urgency at play here too, right?
Of course. Enrollment's only open for a short window each year.
Mm-hmm.
And he uses countdown timers, limited spots, the works.
So it's high value, a crazy guarantee, limited time opportunity. It's like no wonder his stuff works so well.
It's a perfect example of how those four pillars create those can't-miss offers, even in high-stakes situations.
These examples are great, but let's talk communication. Even with an amazing offer, if you can't communicate its value, what's the point?
Couldn't agree more.
Right.
Hormozi, he talks a lot about this. Using clear, concise, persuasive language to really get that value across.
So ditch the jargon and get to the heart of what the customer cares about.
Exactly. He likes to use a framework called Problem Agitation Solution,
Okay.
or PAS for short.
PAS, okay.
It's a really simple way to structure your message.
I've heard of this. Can you break it down for our listeners?
For sure. The problem phase, you clearly identify the customer's pain point.
Okay.
Could be anything. Feeling overwhelmed, struggling with weight loss, you name it.
So you start by acknowledging their struggle, you get it.
Yep. Then agitation, you amplify that problem, highlight the negative consequences.
Ooh, okay.
You create that emotional connection, make them feel the urgency to fix it.
So not just being overweight is bad for you, but being overweight can lead to serious health issues and even,
You're driving home the severity.
you're driving home the severity.
And once they're feeling that weight, boom, you hit them with a solution. Your offer, the answer to their problem.
So you're not just selling a thing, you're selling a way to change their life.
Exactly. The PAS method, it works for any offer, no matter the industry or price,
I like this. It's simple but effective.
for sure. And it's not about tricking people. It's about understanding their problems and showing them how you can genuinely help.
We've covered so much. The 4 pillars, real-world examples,
Yeah.
even how to communicate that value. But now for our listeners, how can they actually use this?
Great question. And that's what we'll cover in the next part. Some actionable exercises to make those offers irresistible.
Awesome. I'm ready for that. All right. Time to put all this into action. We've got the theory, the examples. Now let's get practical.
Exactly. Let's turn those principles into steps you can take right now.
So what's one exercise our listeners can try to make their offers better, like today?
One that's really easy but effective is what Hormozi calls the bonus bonanza brainstorm.
Okay.
Look at your offer, whatever it is, and ask, what can I add to make this even more valuable?
So really put yourself in the customer's shoes. What would make them go, wow, I'm getting all this?
Exactly. But don't just add random stuff. Think about bonuses that really complement your main offer.
Okay, so let's say I'm offering an online course on, I don't know, how to write awesome podcast scripts.
Sure.
What kind of bonuses would fit there?
Well, you could offer templates for different script formats, checklists for quality, maybe a private community where students can connect and get feedback.
Those are good. And I bet those bonuses wouldn't just make it more attractive, they'd increase the value, right?
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
about creating that package that's so good, it feels like you'd be crazy to say no.
All right, so we've brainstormed bonuses. What's another exercise to try?
Let's talk scarcity and urgency. Remember FOMO. One simple exercise is to add time limits or quantity limits to your next promotion.
So easy to do. Instead of, my coaching program is always open, it's enrollment closes Friday at midnight, or only taking 10 new clients this month.
Exactly. And really emphasize it. Countdown timers, reminder emails, the work.
It's like a little nudge to get people moving.
It can be the difference between maybe and sign me up.
Okay, I'm feeling inspired to try that. One last exercise before we wrap up.
This one is a bit more internal, but really valuable.
Okay.
Hormozi talks about validating your pricing.
Okay.
Before you tell someone the price, walk them through the full value of what they'll get.
Lay it all out, all the benefits, get them excited about the transformation.
Right. Then ask them, based on all that, what do you think this should cost?
I love that. You let the customer decide the value.
You get it. And their answer tells you if your pricing is on point. If they say, I think this is easily worth $500, and you're only going to charge $200, you know you're undervaluing
A
yourself.
brilliant way to check if you're in the right ballpark.
It's a simple tweak, but it can make a huge difference.
This deep dive has been amazing. The 4 pillars, real-world examples, and even exercises to try out.
Yeah, it's all about changing how people see your product, making it undeniably valuable.
So go out there, experiment, and watch your business grow.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see what you create.
Until next time, keep diving deep.